Tonya being what she was seen to be, to say the least, was all for a bigger point to why. No doubt everything that was going on in her life was her choice, but even then it can't really be said that it was many other choices, especially with it being 2013, freshly going into adulthood after the generation before them was being looked at by them. Franklin and his peer group, including her, were late 80s babies, saying that to say, being a kid then and self-LS, they only had somewhat bad examples. So again, by the time everyone got grown, some failed, some grew, and of course in this instance, some just became inhabitant.
There was opportunity. Not a lot, but some. Some kids got out. Some got dragged down. We all made a choice, and I chose being an idiot.
Instantly, it's revealed that Tonya fell into a hard crack addiction, along with her boyfriend JB, but this alone will already of course show her problem. He owned a tow truck, working for a company. On paper, the two did what they did, but still could handle their business. But of course, Franklin saw through it in the beginning, looking at them to of course be disqualified from a type of normacy like many around did to them.
Hey, remember we gotta be careful with these rides, homie. Cause Simeon ain't about to dock my pay again.
Homie, man, if you need some bread, I can hook you up with JB's tow truck. It ain't got glamour, but it's some money to be made.
So him and Tonya can smoke crack in peace? Homie, I'm good.
But things would still show itself as far as Tonya making things look okay, although the opposite was shown. One of her known hangouts, of course, would be in front of a liquor store, going to say how she learned a lot being there hours on a time. Aunt Denise spoke on this being an annoyance, but again, for Tonya, this would make her believe she wasn't that bad, seeing what Aunt Denise started to do to change herself. The key word though, change. Of course, a lot she got into will be plain drama. She talks about someone's kid, giving her opinion, and of course outside of her being an addict, she was a prostitute as well. Of course this bringing drama as well. It's telling things wouldn't be something she tried to get away from. Instead, she was just trying to make the best and the most from it. Another telling thing was the fact that in a way, she was in a time warp, bringing up who should have been prom queen, showing how small she thought, left to her own devices. But a lot of the things she speaks on when it came to her still was her ways, trying not to be looked to be not that bad, plain out accepting where her life was going and where it was. She even throws JB under the bus to make that clear, while still showing that even he's doing something at least right against what she saw, justifying being around him. But still, things will still show things might have not been the best. But of course, Tonya runs into Franklin while telling things continue to show. It's about to be seen again, still making things look fine when things came down to her.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Tonya?
Ain't nothing wrong with me, nigga, shit.
Well, your ass don't look too good. Where the fuck is JB?
Smoking.
And what about you?
But this question Franklin just asked will be simply deflected, then going to ask Franklin for help, being that she knew her own ways and the effect of it at this point. Of course, going a guilt trip to actually even make this happen.
I mean, you know, I quit. You know what I'm saying? Almost.
Yeah, whatever.
JB, look, JB gonna lose everything. He gonna lose the house, you know what I'm saying, the business, everything, and you his cousin, nigga, you said you was gonna
He
help.
ain't my cousin.
Whatever, if that's how you feel.
What the fuck do I know about towing cars?
Look, it's easy. If JB can do it, you can do it, for fuck's sake. Come on, I'ma show you. Come on, shit.
Alright then, shit.
Even on the way, she tried to look clean to Franklin to mask her and JB's hard time, while still going to make things look fine based off how Franklin looked toward her. Although I'm pretty sure it was more of being shocked seeing his childhood friend in this state.
Trucks at the Davis Sheriff Impound.
Oh man, how did I get dragged into this?
We both know you always been sweet on me. Shit, Franklin Clinton.
Shit, your ass must be high or something.
I told you, I don't do that shit no more. I mean, I baby doze now and again just for the taste. But I'm doing good, boo. Your eyes don't lie.
The two going in separate directions, of course, was the disconnect. Franklin was trying to do new, while Tonya went and attempted to do what she does on a regular basis. But this only would confirm the fact that a fall definitely happened. But this was what she was used to.
It's Tonya, fool, and my boy Franklin. We filling in for JB.
Copy that. Hi, Tonya. Car's a junker. Been there for days. 10-7. I'm gone.
A bucket. This one should be easy.
Shit, not easy enough for JB to drag his ass out of whatever crack house he laying in.
His loss, your gain, sugar.
Except I ain't gaining shit, sugar.
Move that seat back, and you know I'll make it right for you.
That ain't what I'm saying. Damn, Tonya.
What the fuck happened to you?
Then would speak on about their life and what was going on in it. But again, this will still show Tonya looking at Franklin's change to be something not realistic, only for the fact alone she was already in too deep, not allowing something different.
So I ain't seen you around the hood much?
I've been trying to branch out. Can't stay in Chamberlain Hills forever.
Ew, nigga.
Nigga got airs now. I remember you before you was a wannabe when you just was.
But going back to a certain time will show that time warp, being stuck in the past.
And I remember you and JB before y'all was dope heads.
Shit changes.
You the one all turfed up. JB smoking, but he ain't smoking homies. He out here grinding, towing cars, paying bills.
For real. Cause I could've sworn it was me out here towing cars for him.
Towing the car for JB, that's who she would go to call. Being dragged down, doing what she did. She played the role being high and mighty, talking to him while still showing her ways, going to berate him while telling him to save her a hit.
Oh, so now you wanna pick up. I got Franklin do that job for you. Franklin Clinton? Who do you think, JB? What job? Your job, you cracked out fool. You can barely work a fart out your ass right now. Oh no. Don't you try to sweet talk me. Damn right. Too fine for you, that's for sure. Aight. But you best save me a taste.
This alone though, things will go back to a normal state without panic, even going to try and look clean still. Still spending her days at the liquor store though, we see that desperation to make something. She was just the last to really know how crazy she looked. Still about to show her comfortability in the hood with no reason to change.
What you doing around here, white boy? Shit, you looking real lost in bandit country. Oh, Tonya take care of that ass. Anybody want a good time? Cause Tonya ain't nothing but a party. I've been around the block and trust me, this is a fine ass block.
Let me ask you a question. You get a lot of business using those lines?
I do.
Ooh, alright then, I'm sure you do.
What you scared of? Shit.
Me? Shit, I'm scared of a whole lot of things. Hey, you take care now.
Wait, I'd show you a good time. I like a big boy.
But of course, the panic would start back up after JB continued to let his addiction dictate when he went to work. At this point, Franklin revealed how he looked at people with their hands out.
Oh shit, I'm sorry, man. I'm a little short right now, you know. Well, maybe your ass should get out and work for your snaps like the rest of us, nigga.
And to be clear, this wasn't an overnight thing. This was what he always had to do since he was a kid.
My parents loved me so much they put me in a Little Lacy surprise campaign when I was 3.
Good for you. I didn't work till I was 10.
So what about to run into Tonya, this is where his gripe came from. But even with this, telling things will show on her side.
Seriously, Franklin, get your fat ass over here and show a girl a good time.
Tonya, do you ever clean your raggedy bitch ass up?
Fuck you, Lamar. I mean, Franklin or whatever. Everybody on the block knows you gone on Vinewood and shit.
Of course, this was just something out of her comfort zone, looking down on Franklin's ways because it wasn't really common, along with still attempting to make herself look away to make it not look like she wasn't that bad in life.
Well shit, if going Vinewood means I ain't hitting the pipe like 1992, then shit, I'm guilty as charged.
Punk ass.
What?
Bitch ass.
Excuse me?
Brushing this off even goes to show how stuck she actually was. Needing help though, things became based off the past, something again she was stuck in.
Look, I'm sorry, but where's your love for the hood? JB ain't doing good. He needs help. We need your help, nigga. We gonna lose everything.
Alright.
Shit.
What do I gotta do?
Same as before, boo. A little help with the tow truck. Nothing for a real man like you.
Alright. You just get yourself together. Your ass done went crazy.
Even with the small things that desperation caused her to do, at this point, she still had her limits, showing her strictly doing what she always knew. This alone would be called out, but of course she compares to not look bad.
Do you copy?
You know I don't copy. I'm an original. Yeah, we got you. JB still sick.
Man, you sure you need me? Cause you look like you know what you doing.
1, I can't drive. And 2, this ain't no work for a lady.
Oh, you really fighting the feminist cause there, ain't you, Tonya?
Like your aunt, you mean? I saw her fake jogging the other day, chanting some whacked out nonsense. That bitch is crazy.
Yeah, that we can't agree on.
And I got qualifications, honey.
Like hell you do.
I got a certificate in cosmology. You never seen my nails.
Even with her nail thing, something positive was something she sold short.
What, you going into space now?
You always did think you were so clever. Remember Davis High? You didn't learn shit at that school.
And you got your math from the corner in Davis.
Things would then be, of course, brought back to JB to again not look away, still showing Tonya being dragging down in the process.
This ain't a job for making new friends, is it?
I thought you been into some repo work.
Yeah, that's true. Same shit, but nicer cars.
It's an honest dollar, and there ain't many of those around.
An honest dollar that I ain't seen yet. Man, JB need to get his head straight.
JB's going through a hard time.
A hard time sitting on his ass smoking crack?
I gotta keep his hours up. Word is they gonna sell the business. A new owner ain't good news for the drivers with no papers. JB sold his social for a piece 2 years back.
I see the problem, but I just don't see that as mine.
You too good to cover a brother now?
I'm here, ain't I? I've been covering that brother for 20 years.
Calling JB will continue to show this, but this was just a regular norm for her, being okay with it.
Don't you hey baby me? Where you at? Cause you supposed to be working, JB. No, I ain't your mama. She got wise and ditched your ass first chance she could. How faded are you, nigga? You ain't even making no sense. Who's that? Who you with? Keandra? I'm out here covering your ass while you sat smoking with that hooch? Yeah, she don't talk back to you, cause she's dumber than dirt, fool. Well, you ain't putting your hands on me anytime soon.
Yeah, whatever. I'll talk to you later.
At this point, her using would start to worsen, not even being around, something that wasn't normal before. While still somewhat being in the mix, she would spin things to make it look like JB was missing. Of course, Franklin helping.
My brother from another crack mother.
What's going on now?
JB, niggas gone AWOL, baby. I don't know what to do.
Is he ever not AWOL?
He's bad, Franklin. Got his claws in deep this time. They're onto him, leaving messages, saying he gonna get cut. You ain't gonna let a sister starve.
Look, man, I'm not gonna let that happen, all right? Now leave it with me.
But to say the least, what she spoke on was a lie. He would just sleep. The only reason she wouldn't be around because she knew they weren't clean.
If it ain't the finest man in South LS.
You could tell JB I did his work for him again.
I will, boo. Soon as he wakes up.
At this point, the only reason Franklin was helping Tonya and JB was because of the guilt trips. But of course, this only really enabled them, for them to continue down their path, not taking things seriously because they knew Franklin would help. This next favor even would be telling. She texted Franklin what she wanted him to hear, which was the two getting clean. But knowing that's all it took, this would be the role that was played.
Franklin, what's poppin'? You get my text?
You sound messed up.
Nah, I kicked the pipe. JB too. For real this time. Can you cover one more job, boo? Just till he get out of the sickness.
God damn it. Okay, last time.
Franklin, what's cracking?
Not your ass, I hope. I covered that job, all right? Now stay off the rock. You feel me?
I'm high on life now, baby. It's a new dawn.
And finally, after this, she would finally be back on the block. Something else very telling is the fact the spot she always been had a help wanted sign right behind her, but chose everything that was demeaning and no room to actually grow. In that last encounter though, more will reveal. Franklin would call Tonya out by herself, but JB not being clean basically would be her reason she wasn't clean, showing her in a way being dragged down like the towing game.
Don't act like you don't know a sister. Come on, boy, come over here. Don't be dissing your home, girl. Seriously, Franklin, I ain't just some crackhead, okay? I'm Tonya. You know me, we almost family.
You ain't cleaned yourself up yet, Tonya?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
You said it was all good on the phone the other day.
I was, and I did. I was clean. That's why you didn't really see me around for a bit, but JB, man, the smoking is real bad, real bad. I had a few days.
But you ain't clean now.
Exactly, okay?
But even with this though, she would open up with her addiction, still being telling though.
And now your ass gonna lose every fucking thing unless I help you, right? I heard this shit before.
JB ain't doing so good. JB ain't well. JB's your cousin.
He ain't my fucking cousin.
Look, your mama smoked, nigga. You know what it's like.
Tonya saying this was her implying how hard it was to shake crack. But what she didn't realize, Franklin saw the other side of things, where things could go.
Wasn't left for long before they found her dead.
But even with this, he helps.
Don't you have a heart?
I don't have much of a heart. But by doing this, I don't have much of a brain either.
I love you, Franklin. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. JB, appreciate all you doing. Just one more job with me, and I promise this is gonna be the last time.
It better be. Now bring your ass on.
Going to the tow yard, Franklin then would cut to the chase, starting off the conversation of what the change was for Tonya. Of course, that being brushed off.
So you wanna hit?
Hell nah. What happened to you, Tonya? You used to be a good girl.
Even good girls need some sugar on their cereal. Days get long on the block. You know how it is.
No, I don't know how it is.
Frank had the mindset of if he could shake the hood, a lot could. He would bring this up to her attention, realizing JB was involved into straining her growth, but something telling would be said by Tonya.
Why don't you get out the hood? Away from JB.
What, like you? Like Tanisha? Find me some rich lawyer or doctor? That ain't real?
Tonya saying how that wasn't real for her to do was more on the lines of it not being realistic, more than it not being cool, accepting she wasn't shit. And of course, the comfortability.
Maybe JB ain't going places, but you know who he is?
The comfortability in Tonya was what she always knew, from form all the way down to the people in it, which was why she was even comfortable to even ask Franklin for help. As we're going to see, from this point forward, this would be what the conversation would be about, which was the past.
Man, ain't this like the 5th time? Ain't there any other fools out there you can guilt trip into working for no pay?
You in the groove now, Franklin. And you and JB was homies before you had hair on your balls.
Yeah, so you keep telling me.
I still remember that time your grandpa caught you and JB slinging cigarettes. Chased you all over South LS.
Yeah, man, shit, that was a good hustle while it lasted.
You still kicking it with that shit talker Lamar?
Oh yeah, shit, I'm stuck with that fool forever.
We didn't have much, but we did it right on Forum Drive.
Being in the present though at this point, the next conversation even is telling. The past was cool as we heard, even the norm is about to be applied.
I'd say you about earned a tow job of your own.
Come on, Tonya. I told you better than that.
But of course, Tonya seeing change, hearing a rumor, shows not mixing with the current times.
Don't get all high and mighty. You know different. You ain't afraid to use what you got to get paid.
Man, what are you talking about?
I heard about you. Rent boying on the side. Selling yourself.
What?
That's what people are saying. You know Sharonda's cousin Kiara's nephew, Deontay? Skinny kid with the big head? They call him Golf Club.
No, I don't know Sharonda's cousin nephew.
He saw you with a rich white boy. I ain't judging. I mean, we all got bills to pay.
Man, that's so messed up, I don't even know where to start. Crackhead-ass Grapevine really outdone theyself this time.
Even with a crazy left that was, she would try and make plans of everyone getting together. But again, like how the past was, and the rest is history.
JB will make it up to you soon as he gets back on his feet.
Yeah, I heard that one before.
We'll get some drink, get some smoke, get some good food, do it right. Me, you, JB, Tanisha, if you want.
Now that ain't happening.
Okay. You, me, JB, and that clown Lamar Davies.
Old school.
If you ain't too busy rent boying, that is.
Fuck you.
Reminiscing being over, it was everything involving what she played in. Playing into rumors to look like she wasn't that bad.
Sharonda? Guess who I was just with? No. Ew, no. Okay, you ain't guessing. Franklin Clinton. Of course. I just asked him flat out. Told him what Deontay saw. He denied it, but who's gonna own that? Let's just say the boy looked like he's got some extra paper coming in. We go way back. He's always been sweet on me. Tanisha, girl, only way she gets picked ahead of Tonya is alphabetically. What can I say? I'm literary, girlfriend. Okay, hit me up tomorrow.
All the way down to how she made a living.
Hey, Cracker, why don't you come over here and give a girl some fun?
Ew, what exactly are you on, lady?
I'd like to be on you, sugar.
Nah, I've got very low standards, but even I ain't gonna sink that low.
Hey, fuck you, man. Shit.
We kind of established that ain't gonna happen.
Look, I got a husband. He just needs money.
No, he needs a divorce, lady.
Creepy ass motherfucker. Fuck you! Disrespecting a lady like that. Shit.
Her addiction was one thing, but what being fine with it was for the fact where she was and who she involved herself with, so on and so forth. Franklin was the example of someone who saw more, but learned sometimes people don't want more. Even a toy yard would be put up for sale, but Tonya would bring this to his attention to continue to have things be the same, along with just knowing he was up.
The answer's no.
I can't holler at my boy now? Thought you might want to know, being a high roller and all, they finally put the towing company up for sale. You know the business. Could make you some good paper. And you can keep JB on as a driver when he gets his head straight.
Shit, I think about it.
Even things you come across, get in the tow yard, showed it was a reason JB smoked his lungs out.
Man, this must suck for you.
What you say?
This work, man. Half the day you're helping people, the other half you're screwing them over.
Look, dog, I run the business, but it ain't my main thing. I just do odd jobs now and again.
Yeah, and I'm not a real barista. Day jobs.
But Franklin being around, they could literally be inhabiting. Him being well off as well became again something to make Tonya not look that bad. Simply knowing a guy that became well off. Him alone would be all she talks about. Even years down the line, to say the least, she was just still.
Hey, say, homie, you know I seen Tonya the other day, huh?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, dog, and she's still looking good out here. Still got that ass. I was looking at her and thinking about y'all like, man, y'all would have really been something special, man.
Nigga, don't start with that bullshit, homie.
The one that got away.
Nah, I'm the one that got away.
Lil Franklin, behind the burger shop, sweating, hunched over trying to get that ass. Why would Tonya lie, man? Why?
Yeah, why would Tonya lie? Shit, how much time do you got?
On one side, Tonya gave up a lot earlier than most. Her addiction, handouts, while not seeing a different lane. And the other side was what she simply could have been. But seeing others flourish, she knew things being to where things could stay how it was for her life, alongside still seeming better in her mind versus people in a small part of the state of San Andreas, was why Tonya chose to be inhabited.